We've been talking about this all morning. John Michael Montgomery is going to be performing at the River Cree in Enoch coming up on August 23rd at the venue. Going to be quite the show. He's joining us here on the program today. John Michael, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Wally.
I'm glad we were finally able to make this connection this morning.
Yeah, traveling, man, I've been traveling through the Rockies here, and so the signal was a little spotty there. So had to finally, we're actually right here in Missoula right now, heading back east to do a couple of concerts in West Virginia, and then we're going to turn around and come back up your guys' way and get up there and have a little fun.
You know, it's been quite the summer and busy for a lot of artists, crisscrossing the country, hitting a lot of the fairs circuits, doing a lot of the big festivals like that. And, you're still at it after, over 20 years in the business already. Well over a dozen number one hits, CMA Awards, ACMs, including an American Music Award. I tell you, it's been quite the busy time for you.
Well, I've been very fortunate to be able to have, the songs that I had in my career, with the Lights of Dance and I Love the Way You Love Me and I Swear. And, they definitely, they keep you busy out here as a musician growing up as a kid and everything. You always dream of being able to be out here touring and have a long career. If you ever get an opportunity to get a record deal and cut some hits and me and my brother Eddie Montgomery, who's part of the Montgomery Gentry duo, we've been very fortunate to grow up in a musical family and to continue the tradition on and we burn the roads up, up and down the highways and no telling how many miles I've put on this old tour bus, since 1992, so when Lights of Dance came out, but I've been living like a gypsy since I was a kid, and I enjoy every moment of it.
John Michael Montgomery joining us here on the program today. Now, you mentioned your brother Eddie of Montgomery Gentry. Now, the two of you actually played in a local band together before you actually went off to venture and have success on your own.
Yeah, my mom was a drummer, singer of the band, and my dad was a guitar singer of the band. And then when me and Eddie got a little older, they could get us up, when we were kids, like 6, 7 years old. And then we kind of joined the family band when we got to be teenagers. And then Eddie ended up becoming a drummer for a band we had together called Young Country, and Troy Gentry, his partner, actually was the acoustic player singer in that band. So at one time it was me, Eddie, and Troy all on the same stage back in Lexington, Kentucky, picking and singing together. So it was very fortunate. We were very lucky to be able to get discovered there. And in '97 when they came out with Hillbilly Shoes, they've been able to have a really good career also. And, we only live about 30 minutes from each other, so we get together from time to time and still have a few laughs.
Now, there have been talks about maybe the two of you actually doing an album together?
Oh, yeah, we've definitely talked many times, possibly getting together and doing at least maybe a song or two for sure. And a lot of it has to do with timing, of course, and we were, the last couple of years, he went through a little bit of hard luck on, with a marriage and stuff and everything, but he's got got all that behind him now. And so, hopefully, before it's all said and done, me and him will eventually get on the same record together. And we're also, trying to tour together a little bit more too, got 2 different booking agencies, so there's a little red tape there. But we're constantly all the time threatening to get together and run them down the road and like the old days.
We're talking with John Michael Montgomery this morning. John, you actually even launched your own label as well, Stringtown Records, back in 2007.
Yeah, I had been on a major label for several years, and the independent label thing, had kind of started becoming popular, with Toby Keith and a couple of other artists had kind of started their own label and started doing that. And, and so it was kind of something I had always wanted to do and get in. So I started String Also, and sorry about that. I'm in a truck stop. With it and that. I decided to start my own label. Kind of had a little fun with it. I produced and co-produced pretty much all the albums I've, done in my career. And so it was an opportunity for me to be able to explore that a little bit more and, possibly down the road maybe produce some other artists. If for one day I just, it just gave me something else to do in the music business, I enjoyed doing. But the roads, unfortunately, in 2008, we all know how the economy here in the United States kind of took a little toll. So, that didn't turn out as well as I liked. But, I still enjoy, getting out there and run up and down the road singing the hits I had back in the late 1900s, as I tell people. But hopefully, we're talking about possibly getting back together with the producer that did my Life's a Dance album, and maybe putting together a greatest hits thing, and if we can, maybe get in the studio this winter and do a greatest hits, and maybe add 2 or 3 new songs. It'd be kind of cool to get back with him because, that producer was the one that helped bring Beer and Bones, Life's a Dance, I Love the Way You Love Me to the table and got my career started. So it'd be kind of fun to kind of come full circle like that on a greatest hits album.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say, come full circle. Now, also, there's been talk about re-releasing a 20th anniversary version of I Swear that recorded there with All For One, who also had a big hit with that song.
Yeah, it's funny that their public relations person called up and said, "Hey, they're doing a compilation duet album with some other songs with some other people, but obviously they wanted to know if we could get together and do a 20th anniversary with I Swear." And they would use it on their album, and I could use it on my greatest hits album. So, and it turned out really well. It turned out real well. And so, we're hoping that that will come out sometime this year and, kind of remind everybody of the good old days of the, back when those timeless love songs, were a staple on radio back in those days.
Well, and it's a staple for a lot of people out there who are getting married as well. John Michael Montgomery on the program here this morning. You are coming up our way August 23rd. We're looking forward to your performance over at the venue at the River Cree, and we're going to hear a lot of these big hits that you had put out there throughout the years. And it's funny. Because a lot of people know they know the Life's a Dance, I Love the Way You Love Me, and I Can Love You Like That, sold to Grundy County Auction, and Be My Baby Tonight, and I Swears. But when I do some of the other songs, like Rope the Moon and things like that, they're like, I didn't realize he was the one that sang that one, So you can kind of even look in their eyes, they're going, oh, so he's the guy that sang that. It's kind of funny to watch that, and they recognize them, but they didn't always recognize who it was that was saying it yet. John Michael Montgomery on the program here today. John Michael Montgomery, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us here today. Always a pleasure, and we look forward to your performance coming up in the next few weeks. It'll be here before you know it.
That sounds good. I'm same here. I can't wait to get there.